So we're looking at page 22 and the 8 limbs. Have you studied the 8 limbs already?
No, I'm not that far on in that book yet. I've done chapter one, like the first set of them, and I think that this is next. After I'd done my essay, I've had to have a break from that book.
Absolutely.
I'm reading the other one. I'm a woman.
Good, because you are a woman.
I quite like that actually. I quite like all the kind of careers and things, and I'm quite excited to try them. But because I'm still doing the other one. But I've put a couple of the moves in I quite like.
Good. So the 8, so this is when someone says to you, oh yes, I'm doing yoga training and I know all the asanas. And then you go, well, there's a lot more to yoga than just the asanas,
Yeah.
the 8 limbs. So we'll just check we know what they are really. Um, do you want to read? Do you want to read to me?
Yeah, but what do you want me to read the whole thing?
Just read. Yeah, we'll just read this. Yeah, just start reading, and
Okay.
then I'll read that.
Asana yoga and keeper of the snakes was the first person to systematically describe the yogic tradition in written form. He described the practice of yoga as consisting of 8 limbs in the Yoga Sutras, which I outlined earlier. The sutras were written somewhere between 5000 BC and 300 AD. The dates are disputed, but pretty old nonetheless. His collection of 195 sutras, meaning threads, provide the first practical guide to living properly in society, as well as more stoic teachings, culminating in the final acts of liberation or enlightenment. Patanjali defined enlightenment as freeing oneself from suffering and said that the only way to attain this state was through a rigorous yoga practice. The aim of the yoga practice is to release the self from all attachments to worldly desires. Firstly, you learn to control your actions, and then you can begin to steady your body and your breath. Once your body and breath are still, then you can begin to quiet the chattering of your mind through the practice of concentration. Once the mind is still, you can reach one-pointedness meditation, which ultimately leads to liberation, samadhi. The physical aspects of the practice as we know them, some salutations, tree posture, forward bend, etc., are not mentioned in the ancient texts. The asanas of our modern systems are only about 150 years old. In fact, the term asana translates directly as a seat and refers only to what the yogi actually sat on for meditation. As already outlined later, the word asana grew to include not only how the yogi sat, but also included other yoga postures. Now we begin our deeper exploration of yoga practice.
Thank you. That's so lovely. Thank you for reading.
You've watched it 5 million times.
So the 8 limbs of yoga are the yamas, which we just did, the niyamas, so it's the don'ts and the do's,
Yeah,
the asana,
yeah,
the pranayama,
yeah.
the pratyahara, which we haven't done much of yet, which is withdrawal of the senses. So like closing the eyes. So if you close your eyes, then your ears become much more open. Or you focus on something like you're focusing on a candle or something. That's drawing the sense onto the light. Sometimes you have yoga practices where people have bandages around their eyes.
Right.
The senses are completely gone. Um, Also, like singing or chanting increases senses. Um, More movement, focusing on that. What else can we think of? Lots of things. Focusing on the sense of taste, focusing on the sense of smell. All these things can change our perception and lead us to samadhi. So then we've got dharana, which is focusing concentration. Dhyana,
Yeah.
meditation, and samadhi, just being in bliss. So there's, I don't know, have you ever met any gurus or anyone? Have you ever met anyone who's
No.
no?
The lady that I did my last teacher training with, she used to go out to like ashrams in India for a while, you know, but I've never met anybody, no.
No. Well, there are a few teachers who I've met who I would say are pretty close, like Gurmukh in Kundalini. She's pretty close.
Yeah.
And then one of my best friends her uncle lived in a cave for 40 years.
Okay.
But her husband's uncle, because he's from Sri Lanka, and he's like lives in a state of bliss all the time. So he's like mad, and he goes and lives in people's palaces and things. He's like this famous monk in Sri Lanka.
Like a hermit then, like a hermit.
Yeah, became a hermit, but then he had no possessions, and anyway, he just lives differently, and it's just interesting to see, isn't it? I don't think we could do it. I don't think I could do it, but
I don't think I could do it, but
no. I think the dogs need feeding, don't they?
yeah,
So
exactly.
I need to look after them. Um, so then we've got the first limb of yoga, which we've done already. So maybe if you want to just have a recap over that later, but we won't read it now.
Yeah.
Do you want to put? Do you want to just write down somewhere? Have you got pen and paper?
I'll just write it on this.
Right on there, just to read that.
Yamas.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write this down to remind you at the end. So we're gonna read page 23 to.
We did that last week in the last time on the Kundalini.
Yes, yeah, we did. I'm just going over and over and over. like it's our GCSEs.
I know it is. It is like we're back at school. I haven't done
And
it.
then the next page is list of all the asanas that I want you to be able to know. Ideally, if you so choose, to be able to know the Sanskrit for.
Okay, right.
Okay, so this is where we're going to start looking into the postures a little bit deeper. So what I'd like you to do, as long as with page 23 and 25, is, and because it's just you, Michelle, we'll just go as we go with the flow, see how we go. See if you can learn the first 10 words on this list.
Right.
And next week we'll meet again and we'll see if we can remember them. Because even I forget them sometimes. So don't panic.
So you want me to learn the first 10?
First 10. Adho Mukha Svanasana, Ardha Chandrasana. That's written twice, so you can take that as a number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To Natarajasana.
Okay.
So Adho Mukha Svanasana to Natarajasana.
Okay, that's fine.
So see if you can have a look. Now, what you'll notice when you're looking at these, as you start looking at them more, is that have you ever tried to do them before? Am I telling you something you already know?
Have I ever tried to learn the names?
Yeah.
I know a couple just from like ones you hear in classes, but no, I've never tried to learn them.
Okay. Well, let me look at, so like I put here, I've broken them down in the other column. So Adho Mukha Svanasana. It's Adho is face. Sorry,
Right.
Adho Mukha is face. And then Svana is dog.
Right.
And sorry, Adho is downward. Downward, face, dog. So
Right.
that's how you would split it up. And then the next one, Ardha. So any time you see Ardha, it means half.
Okay.
Chandra is moon.
Okay.
Just going right through it, just see if you can have a little read of it and have a little see. Because what you'll find is you'll start seeing patterns. Sometimes the word pad for foot is used. Angust for toe. Hasta for hand. Yanu for knee.
Right.
Utita for extended.
That's fine. I will try and learn that.
Good lass. Good lass.
I know Trikonasana. And I know Padahastasana, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Padangustasana, good. What is that?
It's warrior two or warrior something.
Yeah. So in each of the postures, so as you can see, so then we go to like further along in the manual, and we've got Adho Mukha Svanasana. So here, looking at the posture, we've got this one, Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Yeah.
So looking at that, each one has a technique and dialogue,
Okay.
a contraindication modification.
Okay.
So if you can manage to have a look at each one of those as what you say would be the contraindication or modification, and then we'll talk about those. So for example, with downward facing dog, what would be, how would you extend downward facing dog?
Extend it.
How would you make it better? That's what we're looking at for each posture. So if somebody comes in and can do a dog, how would you make it harder for them? Or how would you make it easier if they couldn't do it? So you're trying to differentiate for each posture for each person that comes in.
Okay. Well, to make it harder, you're obviously trying to get your heels closer towards the floor. You're pressing more, so you're lifting your tailbone up, pressing through the heel of the hand and drawing the heels down to the floor and tucking under. And to make it easier, it's obviously going to be bending your knees a bit more or even coming onto your knees.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yes. If you have a rule, anytime when we have a rule, we always try and have the back straight over the legs. So you're right. You would get them to bend the knees over everything before you get them to straighten, and then you get the back straight. So you bend the knees first and then get them to extend a little bit more. But what we'll be doing is when we're together, we'll be looking at each posture a little bit more in depth, even more in depth. I just want you to start to think about that. If in here, you have contraindications for each person. So somebody with high blood pressure, be able to go technically upside down.
Yeah.
Now, I guess looking at the classes we both do, it's unrealistic to think that anyone wouldn't do a downward dog, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never been in a class where somebody has said they can't.
But I guess when they get quite geriatric, that's when you start thinking, oh,
yeah, we could
it's a
make
bit hard.
it hanging upside down as well, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
Another thing about the downward dog is that the aim of the downward dog is to get as long as possible. So trying to see where my hands are in that posture, my hands would go right to the front of the yoga mat, and my head would try and be on the floor on a full downward dog.
Yeah.
So that's the dog.
Did you say aim to get as long as possible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the aim of the downward dog from an Iyengar posture is to get the head on the floor. Okay. Can you imagine? So yeah, we'll be doing that. Not yet. Yeah. So looking at that posture, what would be the benefits of downward facing dog?
Well, the benefit of that is kind of lengthening the hamstrings and also the back flexibility because they're connected. In fact, the whole of the back of the body, really. You know, like using them and also hanging upside down supposed to make you look younger.
Let's hope so.
It's not working for me.
Oh no, that's silly. Yeah, so
then you've got the organs getting a massage and the breath working properly.
mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't realise the answer was there.
That's right in front of you.
Stretching the long muscles of the body.
So looking at that, so you've got those to have a little look through. I've got to get to Padahastasana, which is page 50. So that's your little look at, but it's only look at, no tests or anything. We might have a quick Sanskrit test, but it's just for you to look at. And now, what I'd like us to do now is do a bit of Ashtanga practice. Yeah. So we're aiming to get right through the practice. So we're looking at probably doing sun salutes today, and then you're going to share with me your sun salutes. Okay. And maybe try and, I don't know how much time I've got. We'll see if we can get through the standing postures as well. But should we have a go? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Have you got quite a heavy yoga class ahead of you? I hope it's not too heavy.
It's I don't know, it's not the normal teacher, but I hope you find it right. I've already been this morning. I usually go twice on a Monday. I went to Miriam this morning.
Just go on it.
I know.
Come on.
And I hardly did anything last week because I was
Wow.
so it's fine. I like it, it's nice, it's good. Yeah. Gets me away from this dog.
Recording in progress.
Huh.
It's cut off. Okay.
I've removed myself, which is a bit weird because I don't know whether that's allowed. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Funny, I've never removed myself before. I think that's the sort of thing you do when you get weirdos coming into your class. It's quite off-putting having weirdos.
Yeah.
I had that once. Have you had it?
What, weird people? Yeah, I had a lady that turned up in my Zumba class once in a pair of wedges, like high-heeled wedges.
Oh.
And I was like, and a skirt, and I was like, this is a dance class. I says, you can't do Zumba in a pair of high heels. And she's like, why not? Yeah, I've had loads of weird people over the years.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
I had a girl once and it was really funny. I was teaching up in Darley, where I live, and I was teaching Zumba, and I was on the stage and there was these three girls come in the class and they were doing Zumba, and one of them just lay down on the floor and started doing sit-ups during my class. I think that might be one of the strangest things.
It's like you just wonder what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't think she was loving my class somehow.
Slightly rude, isn't it? Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to do 5 A's, 5 B's. And we're just going to work through the Ashtanga manual.
Yeah.
I'll probably take a picture of these and put on a chat just with you. In fact, I'll do that now. Hang on. I'll do that now because otherwise I might forget, Michelle.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. I think. Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll just look. So looking at Sun Salute Surya Namaskar A. Let's come to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Weight on the hands, stepping or jumping back. So just nice and slowly for the first few, just as the body starts to warm up. Elbows behind us. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, come into downward dog. Let's go for 5 breaths here. Take the Ujjayi breath. And then look to the hands, gently walk the feet towards the hands. Oh, I'm releasing my socks.
I know, I hate that.
Sock release. Inhale, coming up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. Whereabouts in Scotland are you from? Inhale.
It's in Glasgow.
Glasgow. Inhale up. My family, some of my family are from, well, my grandpa was from Edinburgh.
Okay, yeah. I love it.
Exhale. He was just, great grandpa was just in the paper yesterday.
Was he what?
Weirdly, knees and chest. He designed the King's Theatre in Edinburgh. Inhale up. And they found a bottle behind the crown, and it had all like the people who made the theatre in it. And it was in the paper. Exhale. 120 years ago.
Wow.
I know. Like a voice from the past. Inhale. Exhale. They lived in Kirkcaldy.
Okay, that's 5, isn't it?
5, yeah. Are you pure Glasgow?
Yeah. I'm actually from Greenock, which is about half an hour outside it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was born in Glasgow, but in the hospital. But yeah, that's where I lived, and then I moved to Glasgow before I moved here.
Wow. Beautiful buildings there.
Yeah, it is.
Really strong place. One more breath. Look to the hands, walk the feet towards those hands again. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale, but a bit warmer up down here, isn't it? Inhale.
Yeah, it's not as wet. I don't think my mum keeps moaning about the rain.
What, the rain up there?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, half rise. Exhale. My grandpa always used to, I think they thought he abandoned Scotland. Coming down, drop down. Inhale up.
This is a nicer place to live.
It is a little warmer. Exhale. Coming into downward dog. Take 5 deep breaths. Now in our dog, now we're starting to ease up a bit more. So bringing the heels down, fingers down. Opening the space between the shoulder blades. 3 more breaths. Oh, 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then looking to the hands, stepping forwards again. Just gentle, gentle. So not going too hard. Inhale, half rise, exhale. Just allowing the body to warm up. But using sun salutes to do that. Again, 1 more. Inhale. Are we on 4 or 5? You think we're on?
This is 5, I think.
This is 5. Well done. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the floor. See, I could have thought it was 4. Hold in plank. And then let's drop down. Knees and chest, elbows behind us. 8-point drop. Inhale, half rise. And then come into downward dog again. 5 breaths.
Good. Now pressing the hands down into the floor, heels into the floor. Take the Ujjayi breath. So your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out of the nose. Opening the armpits. Three more breaths. Drawing in the tummy on the exhale. Two more breaths. One more breath. And then look to the hands again, gently walking the feet towards those hands. Inhale, half rise. Exhale down. Inhale up. Okay, Michelle, do you want to give me a sun salute?
Yeah,
Go
okay.
for it.
So just bring the toes and knees together. Take a nice deep breath in. Just inhale. And then let's exhale down to forward fold, keeping the knees slightly bent. Inhale to half rise, hands to the shins, so chest forward, bottom back, and forward fold again. Step back into your plank, and then lower down into crocodile knees, chest and chin, elbows in nice and tight, into your up dog, squeezing your bottom. Press back into down dog. Draw the heels towards the floor and just hold here for 5 breaths. Using your Ujjayi breath, back of the throat. Bend in the knees, walk your feet back in towards your hands, into your forward fold. You then lift, and then hands to heart centre.
Beautiful, thank you. Very beautifully done. Let's do Surya Namaskar B. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, weight on the hands, pushing down. Drop down. Knees and chest to the floor, elbows behind us. Inhale up. Exhale out the mouth. Let's release. This is my extra bit. Exhale again. One more. Push into downward dog. Tailbone goes up to the ceiling. Left foot along the midline of the mat. Right leg up. Step into warrior one. Stepping through. Inhale, reach up. Look through the hands. Take one Ujjayi breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And then bring the hands round the front foot. Right foot goes back. Squeeze the legs together. Knees and chest to the floor. Elbows behind us. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up. Right foot along the midline. Left leg up. Stepping through. Warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Both hands around the front foot. Left foot goes back. Drop down. Knees, chest to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog for 5 breaths. Bend the knees, look to the hands, and stepping or jumping forward. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, down. Inhale, up to standing and reach. Hands into the heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Weight on the hands, stepping back. Squeeze the legs together. Knees and chest to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Left foot along the midline, right leg up. Stretch. Right foot through, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down, both hands around the front foot, right foot goes back, drop down, knees and chest. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Right foot on the midline, left leg up, step through, warrior one. Inhale, reach arm. Exhale, both hands around that front foot goes back, dropping down again. Inhale up. Down dog, 5 breaths. Bend the knees, look to the hands, stepping or jumping forwards. Inhale, half rise, exhale down, inhale up. Oh, you'll go? Wanna go?
I go.
Yay.
Okay, now take a deep breath in, and then exhale to forward fold. Breathing in again, hands to your shins, bottom back. And breathing out to forward fold. Jumping or stepping back into your plank. Lower down into your crocodile, keeping your elbows in nice and tight. And then into your up dog. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze the top of the thighs. Press back into down dog. Draw the heels towards the floor. And then lift the right leg to three-legged dog. Stepping the right foot between the hands, back foot down at 45. Lift to warrior one. And then bring the hands around the front foot. Back to your plank. Lowering down again. Moving to up dog. And pressing back to down dog. Lift the left foot, three-legged dog. Square the hips, bend your right knee and step your left foot forward. Back foot down. Warrior one. Hands round the front foot. Press back into down dog. Take 5 breaths. Bend your knees, step or jump your feet towards your hands. Forward fold. Bring the hands to the shins, flatten the back. Fold forward again, and then lift up to mountain and just bring your hands through your heart center.
Wonderful. Want to do another one? One more?
That one again?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in. Let's lift up to mountain. Hands together, bend the knees and fold forward. Bring the hands to the shin, flatten the back. And fold down again, keeping the knees bent. Jumping and stepping back into your plank. Lowering down into your chaturanga. So elbows are nice and tight. Make sure the tummy goes down last, and then press into your facing dog. Knees off the floor if you can. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze the top of your thighs. Press into dog. Lifting the right leg to three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands, and the back foot comes down at 45. Let's lift to warrior one. Bring the front foot with the hands coming back through into your plank. Let's lower again. You can drop to your knees here if you need to. Press up into your up dog. And back into down dog. Lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee and bring that left foot forward. And the back foot down. Warrior one. Hands round the front foot again. Press back into down dog and stay here for 5 breaths. Use your Ujjayi breathing. Bend the knees, jump, step or walk the feet towards the hands. Forward fold. Take the hands to the shins, half rise. Bend the knees again, and then lift up to mountain, palms together, hands through the heart center.
Brilliant. We're going to whiz through this. We'll first two. We're going to look at Padangustasana and Padahastasana, which I've texted you them as well, so you can see it's on the first two of the standing sequence. You see Padangustasana and Padahastasana. So I think what we'll do is we'll do it standing now, and then we'll go and sit and talk about it. So Pad is foot, Angust is big toe. And the aim of the Padangustasana is to extend the spine and extend the hamstrings right up. So it's also in a manual on page.
Is it Padangustasana? Is it
on page 37?
Okay.
Page 39. So page 37. So it's part of your list.
Okay, forward fold.
Part of your 10, top 10. So if you look at the technique and dialogue, it's actually quite useful. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, if you read the technique and dialogue, it's actually quite good. So,
see when you do the forward fold, are you supposed to have your feet? I was always taught it when I've got body balance that you had your feet together. But most classes I go to, they have the feet hip distance apart.
Well, body balance, you have to unlearn a lot of things from body balance.
I know that's going to happen. So
also, you're going to use a lot of things in body balance as well. So it's not like it's crap.
Yeah.
So here, in fact, look, Richard's got his feet wrong. But anyway, so we're going to go hip width apart.
Okay.
Hip width apart.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pull on big toes.
Yeah.
So when we come down, we bring our first finger around those big toes. Okay. And try and get so the elbows are outwards like rabbit ears.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to pull the body in and just allow the body to hang and take 5 deep breaths. The rule for all these postures in Ashtanga is 5 breaths on each. So breathing in 4, and each time pulling on those big toes, and 3, pulling on the fronts of the knees as well. So fronts of the knees pulling up to allow the backs to open. 2 more. Trying to get the ribs into the thighs. 1 more breath. And then release, but staying down there, we're going to tuck the hands underneath the feet. So tucking hands underneath the feet and just softening the elbows so they're nice and wobbly, and just letting the body hang. A little check of you. Yeah, so just bringing the hands underneath the feet. Breathe, let the head hang down. I'm having a check from what I can see of you.
Do you want me to turn the side on?
Go back, just go back. Yeah, that's better. Wonderful. So the aim is to try and get the whole of the hand underneath the foot.
Yeah.
And then when you're there, you're sort of talking to the backs of the thighs, aren't you? And going, ow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So just when you're down there, just breathe through it. Just take 5 breaths. it. Okay, wonderful, Michelle. Let's come to sitting. Let's come to sitting. We've managed to get through quite a little bit of it. What I might do is start like off the blocks with you next week and just try and get right through the standing sequence. But thumbs to first finger, and let's just have a seated shavasana. But we'll do it like in a few minutes. So we'll give ourselves a timer. Let's say 3 minutes. And when we do our seated shavasana, I'm going to do a counting breath. So you're going to see the number 20 above your head.
Right.
You've done a counting breath before, haven't you?
No.
Okay, I'll share. 20. Inhale. Exhale. And then 19. And you see 19. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. And you carry on counting down. But the thing is, once you get a thought, you have to go back to 20. So you're watching your thoughts all the time. So 20. Keep going. 19. 18. 17. 16. Keep going, keep counting. Without me speaking, I won't speak. Now, in this moment, plant your sankalpa. Come back to the room. So rub the tips of the fingers, rub the palms of the hands together. Gently come back to the room. So that's quite useful if you like you're doing a midday or lunchtime yoga class. It's not too much sleeping, is it?
No, I've never done that. That's good. I like that one actually.
Quite easy. So let's go back to our tables. Back to the tables. A lot of up and downing going on, isn't there, in this? I've got Are you all right with this format, Michelle? Is it working for you?
Yeah, it's brilliant, yeah.
Good. Coming over here.
I like kind of when I'm doing a course, kind of just cracking on with it.
That's it, you see. Another lady emailed me over a holiday in Egypt, and you know what Egypt's like, you can't talk to anyone. So just like, oh, she joins Michelle, I'm just right ready. Just got to focus on you. So we'll see. So we'll keep this format going.
Yeah, no, that's fine by me. I'm happy to do that.
Right, so homework is read page 23, 25 and page 31 to 50. And on Facebook, do 2 sun salutes, a sun salute A and B, which you obviously nail, absolutely fine. And then do the 2 postures that we did, which were, can you remember what they were called yet? No. It's so fine, it's fine. It's a bit of off.
Forward fold?
Yeah, forward fold and the other one. 2 forward folds basically. So
Oh, the other.
Padahastasana, so hand to feet,
Yeah,
and Padangustasana,
that's the toes.
big toes.
And what's with your hands underneath?
Padahasta for hands. Angust. It's like Angus.
Right. Okay.
Padangus. Asana. So Angus is Asana and Hastas, whoever they are.
Okay. And do you want me to put it on the group with the other girls?
Put it on the group. Let them see.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
And then you've got enough reading to go along. You feel like you. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed either. I just want you to feel like you're flowing.
No, what do you want me to read? I'm kind of about a quarter of the way through I'm a Woman.
Stay with
I've
us.
done one of the 4 of the sutras, and then I've bought some other books. I've bought one, David Swanson. Is that one you wanted?
Yeah, bring that next week. This one.
Yeah, I've got that, yeah. And I've got another one that one of the girls was talking about. It was something about, tell me the other books you wanted and I'll know the name. For the name.
Now I don't know. What did I suggest?
Is it called something, it's quite big,
Hatha yoga?
what?
Hatha yoga?
No. No, she was talking about breath work. Anyway, I've got that upstairs. Is there any other that I should really have?
As long as you're reading the sutras, and doing I Am Woman.
Yeah, I'll stick to them and get through them. And there's another one I bought by him, the I Am a Woman person.
Yogi Bhajan. What did you get? What did you get? The Mind, or did you get 21 Stages? Did you get this one?
Yes, I've got that.
This is bonkers, this book.
That's the one, I think that's the one that Natalie was talking about last time.
I love it.
Yeah, I think she started reading that, so I've got that one as well, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to get in more. The more I look into the Kundalini, the more I want to get into it.
Yeah, it is quite, it's very different, isn't it? It's really different.
So, okay, so we're up to speed. We're going to get through. The aim of this is for us to get through all the asanas and for you be able to, well, the asanas on that list, because there are 4,000, 5,000 asanas.
Right, okay.
So we're not going to, but we're going to get through all the main ones we can find.
Okay.
And certainly the beginner level 1, we might move into level 2, but that's probably for module 4 if we do things like that.
Okay.
So then you'll get your head around all the names, and you'll be able to move through things and be able to adapt. So that's the aim of it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. That's great. This is good for me. So yeah, I'm happy to do this.
Good. Thank you for joining me on Asana 1. You and me hanging out.
So are we going to do from moving forward? Is it going to be a Thursday. I'm quite flexible during the day if you,
you.
there's other, you know, like mornings are a bit tougher because of the dogs, but generally in the afternoon I'm kind of free. So if there's another day that suits you just to do an hour, just let me know, okay? It's not a problem.
Yeah, that's brilliant. But next week, let's do 12 o'clock before the girls, shall we? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
We're on it. Right, gorgeous. Well, have a nice practice again.
I know, I can't bother then. Right, I'll see you Thursday. Thanks, Sophie.
All right, darling. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.